had planned to do a whole surprise to, my husband. Now I'm like, oh my God, how the people have like these reveals. And no, as soon as I came from that bathroom, I was like, let's freak out, over here. Hello everybody, Merry Christmas. As you can see, I'm in my Santa hat and my Christmas pajamas. Are these even Christmas pajamas? They're pajamas you can wear for Christmas, but I feel like the red white ones are the ones that are Christmas pajamas. Anyway, I was wearing these for our Christmas Eve party last night with friends. Yeah, welcome to the Ishimwes channel. I'm Ishimwe the mother, Alice. There's Ishimwe the baby, there's Ishimwe the father, sleeping somewhere. So we're going to speak quietly a little bit so we don't wake them up. We always enjoy a prolonged baby nap, I think it's actually more than like afternoon. Isn't it like 1 o'clock? It's 1 o'clock. Let them sleep. It's okay when they're sleeping longer. Anyway, yes, Merry Christmas. Welcome to the channel again. I hope you enjoyed our intro video. On this channel, we'll be talking more about parenthood, and education. We'll talk about immigrants' life in the diaspora. We'll talk about Africans' life in the diaspora, Canada, most especially. Hey, English is not my first language. I speak Nyaranda, English, French, Swahili. So Englishing, when it's Englishing, please be patient with me because it doesn't come as fast as native speakers. Anyways, most especially in Canada. This is not gonna be easy. Anyways, yes, and what is better to start with when you're talking about parenthood than pregnancy? So in this episode, I will tell you a little bit about my pregnancy journey, the first half of my pregnancy journey, because it's a lot. So we'll talk about the first trimester. We'll talk about what I went through, the things that you can do to get started as well if you're newly pregnant, and how to prepare yourself to reach the second trimester. And the last trimester, you guys, was the ghetto for me. I was just over it. Anyways, so we'll talk about the first one this time around. We'll talk about something where you can get information, and so you can get over the first anxious few weeks of being pregnant. Okay, all right, let's get started. Cue the music. I'm gonna wake them up. Okay. So first things first, congratulations on your baby. Congratulations on being pregnant and conceiving and having your body accept a new fetus. My goodness, it's no matter how this baby came into your life, into your uterus. Let's call things. It's a miracle. It's a big undertaking. I learned so much about my body, the female body, through pregnancy that I never thought was possible. Honestly, women are powerful. Period. We need all the respect in the world. We need to be like taken on a pedestal because of the things that we can do with this body that we're given. I have so much respect for my body now because of producing a human being that I never imagined was possible. So if you're pregnant, if you're planning to be pregnant, if your partner is pregnant, we hope the men are watching this too. Just know that it's a miracle happening within you. For me, the first sign of pregnancy, do I even have a clip? I think I have a clip for when I first found out that I was pregnant. I was around maybe week 4, 5, or 3, something like that. I was early in my pregnancy because my milk jugs were so sensitive. I was like, that cannot be just my period coming, because wow, I feel like I'm carrying like ibyuma bishushe in my, upper abdomen region, thoracic region area. And I was like, this is not what it's supposed to feel like. And I knew that we had stopped birth control, and I knew it was going to happen any day now because we were planning around that time, but I didn't know it was going to come that fast, But when I felt like I was carrying like hot blades in my, chest area, I took the test, and if I do have a picture, which I believe I do, I'll put it in there to show you. I had planned to do a whole surprise to, my husband. Now I'm like, oh my God, how the people have like these reveals. And no, as soon as I came from that bathroom, I was like, let's freak out. Oh my God. It was something else. I was overwhelmed with a whole bunch of emotion, the happy ones, the freaking out ones, mostly the what was, oh my God, all of that. But once you get over that first initial reaction, and give yourself time to have those reactions too. They're normal to have. Sit down and take a deep breath and then start planning. So first things first, I started taking prenatal vitamin. I think I actually started before, to get enough folic acid in my body, to prepare my body to receive, a fetus. I did start earlier than that, maybe like a week before, but I wasn't taking consistently. So get a prenatal vitamin. Hopefully you can take it, because there's some people who are not able to take that big pill. For me, I'm okay with any type of pill. Don't talk to me about syringes but pills, they can go. So take your prenatal and then start getting into finding a healthcare professional to follow you. And now that was the ghetto. That's when I was like, what's going on? Where do I go? What do I do? All these things. And when you live in Ontario and in Quebec, it's quite hard when you haven't studied the process, or you don't have like other, maybe not older, to find a medical doctor to follow you. So we didn't have a doctor. We had to use a walk-in clinic, and I remember us going to walk-in somewhere 40 minutes away from here in the evening from 5. It's open maybe once a week in the evenings. If you're working during the day, you're not gonna have time to go unless you, of course, take time off to do that. But we went somewhere until like 10 o'clock, waited just to get a referral. So you will need a referral to an OBGYN or a midwife. So there are two types of healthcare professionals that can help you. I did not consider a midwife, but I just spoke to a friend last week who was telling me that she actually had a midwife, and it was so amazing. They will come to her. She could text her anytime she wanted. I was like, what? Even those postpartum visits that you do, we'll get to that maybe in the future episodes. The midwife came to her in her house. I was like, why did I not? See, why did I not know that? If I knew that, I would have had that instead of driving 35 minutes to go see my OB office and waiting and being so tired and huge. So you can have an OB, you can have a midwife follow you. Some people even hire a doula to support them through the process. I did not, but I hear so many good things about them as well, having someone extra to support you. They can come into your house, they can help you prepare, all that good stuff. So these are things that back home we actually do not have, because you have your mother, your aunties, the whole village, support your marraine, supporting you through that. But here, since it's a very isolating country, but there's some healthcare professionals that can support you through that journey, and involve your partner early in the process as much as possible. Okay, you papas need to be on the know. My partner was reading the big book of what to expect in the first year, so he would know a few things that I'm going through. He would even tell me what he's reading from there, because I was not about reading that time. I'm usually very good with books, but I was not having the patience to read. I was getting more information in Instagram, which is actually not necessarily bad. I found some accounts of pediatricians, midwives, or people who are licensed to speak about these issues. So I would look really to make sure that I'm getting information not just from randoms, so that I can, you know, be informed, see clips and videos of what they're talking about, or even hear from regular people about their experience. And that's why I'm here too on YouTube, to tell you about mine, so that if you're looking for information, you can just watch a video and be like, oh, this is how Alice did it. Now I'm gonna tailor my care, or think about what to do because of someone else's experience. You know, obviously every person has their own journey, but it's good to know, okay, this is where I start, at least. Because I remember this one time when we were looking for a doctor for a referral, and I was just googling like pregnancy clinics. There's no such a thing as a pregnancy clinic, but there are some clinics that the OB is working, and I would call and they're like, oh, well, we only take referrals from doctors, and you can go to this other clinic. It was just like too much information. So if you live in Ontario, let me just say Ottawa, the Ottawa region, then you can, you know, try to go to an apple tree clinic to get a referral. If you don't have a family doctor, let them know you want either an OB or a midwife. That's a tip. The Civic is the best hospital ever for maternal care. Mwah. Anyways, we'll get to that in my third trimester when we get to the birth. But the Civic hospital was so great, exceeded all my expectations for care. Just amazing. Anyways, yeah, so get that referral in. You will be seeing your OB or your midwife, I bet, every 4 weeks in the beginning of your pregnancy, and you do your 12 weeks ultrasound as well early in your pregnancy, and then you do a bunch of blood work to determine, you know, how your fetus is looking, if you have rhesus, negative or positive, all those things that they want to know about the baby, your blood work, your levels of, you know, all the minerals that you need in your body. And if you need to up your iron, for example, I had low iron, so I had to take supplements as well to increase my iron intake, and, you know, things like that. You start early. So don't sit on a pregnancy thinking like, oh, I'll go maybe when I'm like 15 weeks. And also, speaking about the weeks, I thought maybe like pregnant people, mothers, were exaggerating or being extra when they talk in weeks, but weeks are different from months. And a full-term pregnancy is 40 weeks. That does not equal 10 months. So the math does not math in there, you know, because usually 7 days a week is not the same thing as 31 days a month. I had an argument with a friend about that. But yes, it's easier to count in weeks because that's when you hit different milestones with a fetus or with a pregnancy. And there's so many things to expect that are different, you know, at each week. So the other thing that I got was a pregnancy app. We had a baby center to follow along to give us some information what to expect next. They even have these little cute things that they put on, like the baby's the size of a green bean or a pineapple, or, you know, so you can have an idea of how big the baby is in the uterus. They're actually quite small, but, you know, they look big in the outside. Yeah, so and then there's some informative articles as well to go along to prepare you what to expect next week, what to ask your doctor about, what to look out for in your community, and things like that can be quite resourceful, you know. So you get a pregnancy app. I believe there are many others, but we had Baby Center and I was quite pleased with it. And it can follow you even after the baby's done, because I think right now we are still looking at the milestones. Even though Lydia is born, you can see, yeah, your baby is 5 months and 1 week, things like that, to help you, you know, stay updated on what to expect. All right. And I often hear this, the pregnant mothers are the ones who use Google the most. I remember you doing that in my first week, you know, always Googling, is it normal if I feel like this? Is a little bit of tension in my abdomen normal? You know, asking Google everything. which is not necessarily bad because you can end up on a good article or something that is well researched. But Google can be quite problematic. So listen to people who are accredited to give you the information. I can highly recommend this podcast that I was listening to. It's a woman based in the UK. I think she's a midwife, but they detailed very well what to expect at each stage of the pregnancy. She will bring in other people who are going through the journey. She was pregnant as well herself, and they would tell you what to expect so that you know you're not surprised by things happening or not happening during your pregnancy, so you can also stay informed. These OBs, my OB was great, but if I didn't ask a question, she didn't tell me. She probably assumed that you knew everything, you know. But if you have a question about, you know, maybe how you're feeling, what to expect, what you're asking, why are you doing this, what are you looking for when you ask for this test and things like that, it's great to know what you're asking for, right? So I will link the podcast as well so you can listen to it. I think it's called the Pregnancy Podcast, and start preparing yourself to know, because honestly it's a lot of information. It's new information. Even if you had people who are pregnant around you, when it happens to you, it's different. So make sure you're prepared and you're well informed. Okay, all right. So you're taking your prenatal, you have your healthcare professional, either your midwife, your OB, you have your baby center app or any other pregnancy app, you are listening to podcasts or you're reading a book, if you're a reading person. And now let's get into a few items you can have to ease your journey along. The first thing I considered, I took my time to get this, was a pregnancy pillow, because at first I was like, nah, it's okay. But sleeping is actually one of the biggest hurdles when you're pregnant, because you are recommended to sleep on your left side. And for me, I normally sleep on my right side, automatically sleep on the right. And you're recommended to sleep on your left side during the whole pregnancy. Yeah. Apparently it helps with the baby, the positioning of the baby, of the fetus inside your uterus. So you sleep on your left. You can turn here and there, but, come back to your left when you can. So, yeah, sleeping was just too much. I had so much tension, so uncomfortable. And I invested in a pregnancy pillow. I got the big guys. I don't know if you know the big pregnancy pillow. I'll put it on here. And it was not great for me. I don't like it. There are people who like it. My friend swears by it, but I did not like it. It was too encombrant in the bed, so I had to kind of kick it out. I would actually use it on the couch sometimes. Then I got this pregnancy. Where is it? I usually keep it in here. Pregnancy. Oh, it's over there. Just one sec. These guys here, they're two. They're attached together. It's one. It's two. But when you're using it during pregnancy, you attach them together, it's Velcro together, and then you can use them, in between your belly to support you during the sleeping or during the sitting. So this, sometimes I would take it in a car so I can put it around my belly in the back. And right now I use it sometimes as a breastfeeding pillow or just as a pillow to support myself. Yeah, I got this on Instagram. I will add the link where I got it from. It took forever to get here, but in the end I ended up using this towards the end of my pregnancy and tossed the big guy in the laundry room. Yeah, so get you a pregnancy pillow to support you during this the discomfort that you experience throughout your whole pregnancy, especially when you start showing and you start getting heavier and heavier, and it's gonna help you with the sleeping, most especially. And pregnancy clothes. I know some people shop on Amazon, but I've never been lucky with shopping on Amazon. But, and when I was looking for pregnancy jeans, I couldn't find any when I was pregnant. But then, now when I go in stores, I'm like, there's a whole aisle of pregnancy jeans, especially in H&M. I've seen some good ones in H&M, seen some good ones in Old Navy, even Walmart, For me, I was pregnant. The biggest part of my pregnancy was in the summer. or towards the end of spring, so I was wearing dresses as well, maybe boo to help me like with walking around and being comfortable, or leggings galore. And I was lucky to work from home, so sometimes I would even wear shorts and just sit on Teams with just my upper body showing. But if you do have to go in or have to get out of the house, then you can invest in some pregnancy pants as well. I bet they're comfortable. They look comfortable. I never tried any, but they think they look comfortable. So try H&M or Old Navy. And if you're carrying really low as well, you can consider pregnancy belt. A couple people suggested that to me, but I was okay. I wasn't really uncomfortable with the belly. It was more like upper here. I was feeling a lot of discomfort. Yeah. So in terms of my journey, once I figured out that I was pregnant and started getting information, honestly, I will tell you, my journey, was not that bad. My pregnancy was not that bad, apart from nausea here and there that is mostly related to cooking. I was able to eat everything and anything, but during cooking, the smell was just overpowering, or the smell of drinks or anything like that. Smell was something that was hard to tolerate, but not too much to the point that I was vomiting. I vomited once or twice, but those were extremes when the smell was overpowerful, but not every day. I didn't have the whole spitting. Man, I was so lucky. I had a very smooth sailing pregnancy. I had a couple times where I would feel dizzy. I fainted twice, but other than that, it was good. Okay, honestly, physically, I was feeling strong. I even worked out, man, until maybe like mid my second trimester. I was going to the gym in the morning, doing my weight training, feeling like so strong. I'm not gonna continue this. Nope, I did not continue that. Anyways, yeah, so once you're done with that, you can start now getting easier, knowing that you are informed, staying healthy, eating well, and also like kind of being calm about it. I think I was calm. Maybe my husband will say the opposite, but I was calm. I even got less emotional than I usually am. I didn't have like big mood swings going in and everything like that. And I was excited for my journey. I started accepting it and really embracing it and getting to know my body and feeling, connection with my baby. I was listening to music and put the music on the baby so that she can listen as well, baby rhymes as well and things like that, and talk to the baby. Yeah, so most especially get information, get to know what you are expecting, what is happening in the next stages, so you can prepare. Get an OB and a midwife to support you through that journey. Get comfortable with good clothes and pregnancy pillow, exercise. And also, what I was going to ask my brother-in-law if he can bring me a cup of coffee. That's another thing. Coffee is not bad. Of course you can limit it or decrease your intake, but coffee is not necessarily a bad thing during pregnancy. If you're a big coffee, I did cut it because I was nervous. 1 second. Je, wanzanie ka coffee sha. Jizu mnekugo kuza kukubaza wanzanie ka coffee. And then, yeah, so you can take up to, I think it's recommended to take no more than 200 milligrams of coffee, but you can have a cup of coffee if you enjoy it, honestly, and you will be fine with the baby. But of course, it's recommended to cut it. I did cut it, and I was taking decaf, and of course, no alcohol. And yeah, but you can enjoy your coffee. Even during breastfeeding, not too much, but that's also a myth that I used to think it was like solid, don't drink coffee, but you can. Anyways, yeah, so we'll stop here for this episode. In the future episodes, we'll talk about, gender reveals, we'll talk about baby shower and getting baby items ready, baby registry, and we'll talk about birth plan and all that good stuff that comes with, you know, getting late in your pregnancy and getting ready, which I think was also a big undertaking. There's a break after the first trimester is getting information. Oh my gosh, what do I do? All of that stuff. And in the second trimester is like, yes, we're here now. We're getting big. Oh my gosh, baby bump pics. Take your baby bump pics, okay? Please take them. Sometimes I would forget, but take them when you see how you're growing and the baby is getting bigger and your body is transforming. It's actually really nice to look back to. So take your baby pics, and then you start eating well, you start resting, but you get more uncomfortable sleeping. And then the third trimester is planning, like, you know, all that stuff. I think that was the most intense for me, and honestly the most draining for my body, the third trimester. And then towards the end, my baby came at 41 weeks and 2 days, and I was not patient anymore. Anyways, we'll talk about that in the next episode of the podcast. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel so I know you're loving this, okay? Share this episode with a friend of yours who's pregnant, or if you're planning to be pregnant, even if you're not pregnant, guy, it's great to know before it happens. I guess I have a big head. Toss. Anyways, yes, so share the episode with a friend that you know, and I'll see you in the next episode. Again, Merry Christmas. Bye.